I'm walking out of 7-Eleven with my friend the other day, and we see a guy in the parking lot, and he is brushing his teeth up against his car. And when we get in my car, my friend wonders aloud, like, why the hell is there a guy in 7-Eleven brushing his teeth in the parking lot at 9 o'clock at night? I don't say anything, but I know exactly what he is doing because I was in exactly the same position at a point in my life. It's 1993. I'm 23 years old, and I'm living in Somerville. But living in Somerville might be stretching it a bit. I would tell you that I'm homeless, but Sonny, the Vietnam vet who sleeps on the corner near the movie theater, tells me that since I'm in my car, I have a roof. And if you have a roof, you ain't homeless. 6 months before, I'm living in Attleboro in a 2-bedroom townhouse with an indoor pool and tennis courts and a health center. I'm living with my best friend, Benji. He's just graduated from college and he's looking for a job. I'm working for McDonald's. I'm managing McDonald's restaurants and making my way up the corporate ladder when two things happen that changed my life. First, Benji gets that job he was looking for, but it's not in Massachusetts. It's in Connecticut, so he's moving. And then a $7,000 deposit at the McDonald's where I'm working disappears. It's one that I'm responsible for. And though my bosses don't think I took it, and I didn't, we run into a police officer who thinks I did. And very quickly, I am arrested, I'm indicted, I lose my job, I can't collect unemployment because of the reason I've been fired, and I can't get any job myself. I end up homeless because the people who can help me don't, and the people who can't help me won't. My mother has muscular dystrophy, and she's living in an assisted living facility. I haven't seen my father for 15 years. My sister's a teenage mother who's couch surfing and barely surviving. And my brother has gone to the military, and we haven't heard from him in years. My friend Sherry offers me a loan of $1,000 to get back on my feet. And I say, no, I'm going to be fine. I don't need your money. But when things start to go sideways and I think I'm going to need it, I ask her about the loan, and she says, oh. And she says words after the O, but the O is the word that I know means the loan wasn't for real. Benji offers to take me to Connecticut with him, but I can't leave the state because I'm awaiting my trial. And then my friend Alan offers me his other bedroom in his apartment. But 2 days before I'm going to move in, his fiance gets back together with him, and he tells me I can't move in. I tell him no big deal. I have a place to stay. I'll be fine. I tell all of my friends that I'm fine. Don't worry. And then I quietly move into my car and head to Somerville. I choose Somerville because it has excellent parking at night and it's well lit. It makes it impossible to sleep in the light, but when you're homeless, it turns out that being safe is more important than being asleep. There's also work in 93 in Somerville that I can get. I can work at construction sites, I can pick up the scraps, and I can run nails and screws to guys who know how to build things. And there's a perfume company in the center of town that lets me take their samples down to the streets, and I can try to sell them. And if I sell them, I get $1 a bottle. I can't get a job because you can't get a job without an address, but even worse, you can't get a job if you don't have a phone. And in 1993, you need to own a wall to have a phone that sits on that wall so that your employer can call you. And I can't get a wall because I'm living in my car. After work every day, I drive to Brockton, to Massasoit Community College to get a shower. I have an ex-girlfriend who used to go there, so I kind of know the college and I feel at home there. There are showers like much closer to Somerville, but the 30 miles that I drive to Brockton is the best part of my day. Because the thing I didn't know about not having a house is how boring your life becomes so quickly. Like you lose TV and you're not going to the movies, but without a phone, you can't call your friends. And without an address, they can't visit you. And suddenly you are alone and no one can reach you and you can't reach them. One night after my shower, I stop at a McDonald's in Brockton. It's one that I used to manage, and Mary is the person taking my order. Now, Mary is a 50-year-old Jehovah's Witness. She is the sweetest woman you've ever met. Her husband, Jerry, is actually the custodian at the McDonald's. I'm the one who hired him, and he still works there. I'm sitting in the restaurant eating my quarter pounder with cheese when Mary comes over and she sits across from me. And she says, so where are you living now? And I say, I'm living with people and I got friends and I'm fine. And then Mary, she stares right through me. And she says, where are you really living? And Mary somehow knows. Now, I find out later that that ex-girlfriend figured out I was living in my car, and she told Mary. And as I'm looking at Mary, I realize I haven't told anyone in the whole world that I'm homeless. There's not a person. When I was a little boy, we had no money, and I spent my entire childhood either pretending that I had things that I didn't, or pretending that I didn't want things that I did. You know, I did everything I could to hide the poverty of my childhood. And now I'm 23 years old, and I'm in the exact same position I was as a little boy. I can't take care of myself, and I don't even have a roof. And I realize I haven't even said this to myself. Every morning I wake up in the back seat of my car, and I say to myself, this is the last day. I'm not homeless. I'm just waiting for a place. But I know in my heart, in my mind, that I'm not going to get a place, that I can't imagine a way out of this. And so I decide to tell Mary that I'm living in my car. And she tells me, you're coming home with me. And I say, no, it's fine. I got a plan. But in my head, I am thinking, thank God that she's going to save me. And so we go to her house. It's the easiest move in the world because everything is already packed in the car. And we get to her house, and she's got a pantry off the kitchen, and there are 2 army cots in it, and one of them already has a guy in it. His name is Rick. He is a Jehovah's Witness. He's like me, has no place to go. He wants to be a minister someday. He speaks in tongues in his sleep every single night. I share this room with Rick and Mary and Jerry's indoor pet goat. The goat actually had the room before me and Rick, so we're actually taking it away from the goat. That goat at night, if I move my feet, will bite my toes. And if I sleep too long in the morning, it gnaws on my hair until it's a matted mess. And if I'm in bed when the sun comes up, that goat puts its tongue in my ear to get me to wake up. I lie down on that bed on that first night, that army cot, and it is lumpy, and it is hard, and it is uncomfortable. And it is the best bed I have ever slept in my entire life. Thank you.